Lichi the Silk King, the Bernard Arnault story. The boardroom was silent. A dozen powerful French executives stared across the table at a thin, calm man with cold blue eyes. Bernard Arnault didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. Everybody in that room already knew the truth. He owned them. He had everything. But his story did not start there. Chapter 1. The Boring Beginning. Bernard was born to a comfortable family. Not royalty, not poor. His father owned a construction company. Concrete, cranes, dust, nothing glamorous. But Bernard had a strange obsession. Where other kids would have studied sports, he had studied luxury. He loved brands with history, prestige, mystery. Construction would never give him that. So one night at dinner, barely 30 years old, he looked at his father and said, "Sell the construction division. I want to build something bigger." His father hesitated. Bernard didn't. The first spark of the empire had been lit. Chapter 2. The Fallen Kingdom, France. The once great textile empire of Boussac was collapsing in bankruptcy. Thousands of workers, mountains of debt, politicians panicking. But hidden deep inside the wreckage was a single jewel, Christian Dior. While everyone else saw disaster, Bernard saw gold. He made a deal with the government. "I'll save some jobs. You let me take control." They agreed. For the price of a small apartment in Paris today, $15 million, he obtained an empire in ruins. Chapter 3. The Terminator. Arnault walked the abandoned factory floors. Dust, broken looms, silence. He looked at the ledgers. Loss after loss after loss. Then he closed the book, and in the coldest, most decisive move of his career, he then shut almost everything down. Thousands of employees lost their jobs. Dead businesses got amputated like gangrenous limbs. Only Dior survived. The media nicknamed him the Terminator. He didn't blink. "To create magic," he said, "you must cut away everything that isn't magic." Chapter 4. The Coup at LVMH. 2 years later, a new drama. LVMH was created by a merger between Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy, but the executives were fighting like animals. Chaos. Perfect for a predator. Bernard began to buy shares quietly, a few percent here, a few percent there. He used banks, shell companies, anything to stay unnoticed. By the time the board finally realized what was happening, it was too late. He walked into the building as an outsider and walked out undisputed ruler of LVMH. It was one of the most brilliant hostile takeovers in business history. Chapter 5. The Empire of Desire. Once in power, Arnault didn't race. He hunted, slowly, patiently, brand by brand. Louis Vuitton Dior, Fendi Givenchy, Bulgari, Dom Perignon Tiffany, and Company Sephora. Every acquisition was like adding one more throne to his kingdom. He turned LVMH into the world's largest luxury empire, one based on seduction, craftsmanship, and the psychology of desire. This quiet kid from the construction yard became the richest man on earth, but not by luck. He did so because he read human desire like a map. Epilogue. The man behind the curtain, Bernard Arnault, rarely gives interviews. He avoids drama. He avoids noise. But if you walk down the Champs-Élysées, London's Bond Street, Fifth Avenue in New York, anywhere luxury glitters, you're walking through his world. "The most powerful man in luxury does not need to shout," he whispers. And the world listens, world.